Everyone out there, thank you for joining us. You're in for a wonderful treat. I am Beth Hart. I am the Director of Development for Three Generations, and we are absolutely thrilled to host this summer solstice, winter solstice for Peru. Um, Blessing, led by Puma Quispè Signona. And Zoe is here with us. She is a board member of Three Generations, and we adore her and thank her for joining us. So, in case you don't know who we are a nonprofit organization that makes feature films, short films, and videos about critical human rights issues. Ours is a unique platform at the intersection of independent film and social justice advocacy. For over 14 years, we have produced scores of award winning films, dozens of feature films, shorts, and firsthand accounts of powerful survivor stories. These stories serve as healing for the people who share their stories with us, historical evidence of the truth for today, for all, and for future generations. We are maintaining the truth as much as we can. So Puma is here with us and so beautiful. Puma is described as a shaman who is a magical, compassionate, and wise beyond his years with a deep reverence for Pachamama. Did I say that right? Thank you.
Yes.
Mother Earth, Gaia, Mother Earth, and an ancient understanding of the cosmos. Since the age of 6, now we're talking 6 years old, he has been walking the traditional path of an Andean medicine man, and he is recognized as a holder of ancient wisdom. And we are the fortunate, lucky people to have time with him this evening. Puma, thank you so much for honoring us with this blessing. We've been partnering with Puma for several years now, and it's been a beautiful shared experience for both of us. And we were fortunate during COVID-19 that 3G was able to help your community somewhat, as much as we could. And we're happy that we did. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on now with the Anyi project and
Thank you,
how it's
Beth. Thank you,
going?
Zoe.
Hi, yes.
Um, our wonderful elders and children were greatly benefiting from this generous support from Three Generations. We have been able to build a school for our children,
Ah,
which is completely modern, new times online school system, which is going to be more as a complementary educational process as the schools have opened up again for the children. And we were able to support many elders, many families with food supplies, with clothes, helping some entrepreneur mothers to start raising animals so that they can pick
ah.
up in these times of the pandemics. Nowadays, Chinchero is still trying to bring itself back into complete agricultural and handcraft making activity. We don't have tourism in our community just yet the way it used to be. So
Would
the
you
main
expect
activity
to
here
return?
is
You expect
yes.
to
So
return?
we are supporting our divine Pachamama Mother Earth with the agriculture. The beautiful thing about COVID was everybody went back to producing in the land and harvesting potatoes, grains, corn, vegetables, producing right from the house. So our lives started returning to that organic activity again. And that is what has been amazing, thanks to the generosity of our Three Generations family and everybody that has supported our community.
That is wonderful to hear. It really is. So it's sort of returning to the land. Um,
Yes.
it's lovely. Happy
Most
to hear that.
people
Go ahead.
Most people were leaving the community for the activity in the bigger cities.
Yeah.
Now they're coming back to the mountains for the activity of the community. And that brings back our culture, our belief systems, our traditions, our ceremonies. It's a powerful cultural affirmation process that is happening thanks to these hard processes. So crises and hard times sometimes come for better reasons, for
Yes.
us to go back to being stronger and sustainable and self-caring and
Yes.
self-prioritizing.
I think that happened here as well in a different way. I'm not going to say that people started growing their own food because, after all, we are America. Um, but I think most people looked at their lives and really took stock of how they spent their time and what they did. And I know for me, I'm very different than I was before COVID. I deepened my spiritual practice because I had the time
Mm.
and the solitude, but I also rethought how I was spending these precious moments in my life. And
Mhm.
a lot of my friends have had that conversation with me as well. So I think that it is one of the blessings of a crisis. But too bad we have to go through a crisis to learn this, right? Um,
We don't have to. We don't have to,
no, we
but
don't. But it seems like we did.
we did.
Maybe we can avoid the
Um,
next one and make the changes.
Today, in the Andes, is what we consider a New Year's.
Mm.
For us, this winter solstice in Incan times was a renewal of times.
Oh,
So this is the day where we say no more crisis, no more difficulties, no more hard process, and we welcome the new life. We welcome the new cycles. We welcome the new possibilities, the new potentials.
Mm.
So the blessing of today will be with that ancestral belief system of the Inca people, which is we're entering into a new time, into a new year.
I love it.
That's beautiful. I was going to ask you because thank you everyone for being here, and thank you Puma for being with us. It's really so special to celebrate the solstice. Of course, Beth and I are in the northern hemisphere of the Americas, and it's the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year and the most light, and has so much to do with the sun and light and the changing of the season. But of course, this is the winter solstice. It's a solstice as a changing of the season in the southern hemisphere as well. And it's so beautiful to hear you explain it as a new year,
Yeah.
because of we're so stuck with our calendar over here that to think about the season change as actually the start of a new year. I suppose for you it's the darkest day of the year, and yet now
Yes.
we have the coming of the light and the growing of light over the course of the next days and months. um, so what would be sort of a traditional, you're explaining that it's the new year, but how does your community or your culture think about the solstice, like a traditional kind of ritual to do, or what might happen today? Um,
A lot of people give offerings to Mother Earth because the attitude of receiving a new time has to be with gratitude, has to be saying thank you for the hardships, for the difficulties, for the lessons, for the challenges, and but they're done and they're complete. So we usually say thank you with an offering of gratitude to Mother Earth, where we give, sacred smudge, incense, candies, chocolate to the earth. And then people make we have these amazing astronomical observatories that the Inca people have left. So this whole day, a lot of people were celebrating the return of the sun towards the southern hemisphere. Like from today and on, the sun will be traveling towards south again, making the days longer for us. So there's a lot of generous, divine blessings coming our way, which we already look forwards to envisioning, intentionally praying, and purposefully asking for everything we want to manifest in these next 6 months until the next solstice. And we are all about new cycles. We're celebrating new moons. We're always celebrating the next important sun festival we're going to have is going to be in September in the equinox. So we have four important celebrations in a year where we change these sacred cycles. And for us, they represent portals. And they're portals of healing, portals of transformation, portals of renewal.
Beautiful. And
It's
so
so
for
beautiful.
us in the Northern Hemisphere, what would this be? I mean, how is it different? I suppose you're celebrating the new year, and are we celebrating a new year, or are we celebrating a different kind of portal?
What's amazing is, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, the different agricultural cycles you have. We just completed harvest here, so we're going to be entering into a time where Mother Earth goes into a rest. In the north, you are about to enter into the seeding times, no?
Yes. Yes.
And this is a time for you to seed energetically and spiritually everything you want to harvest abundantly in your lives, such as inner peace, harmony, love, joy. Collectively, there's a lot of heavy energy everywhere, and it's
Mhm.
literally in the air we breathe. And so there's a lot of hard processes emotionally for our family, for our community, everywhere. That's why we need to plant harmony, we need to plant inner peace, we need to plant this joy that we can feed our lives with and make our bodies strong with energetically.
Beautiful. I mean, really beautiful. It's one of those things where in the United States, we have one New Year, one time of renewal, and that is New Year's Eve. And there is nothing traditionally spiritual about that night, I can tell you. So, I mean, it's really lovely to think as the seasons change that we are also changing. We also are given
Yes.
the opportunity to be reborn anew. So I thank you. I'm so excited to have this blessing from you now.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
thought we were going to be able to talk to the oracle and ask some questions.
Oh,
Yes, so there is a general message that today we receive from Mother Earth, and it's a message that is for all of our brothers and sisters, North and Southern Hemisphere. So we're going to see, in these days, sometimes in Incan times, the destiny of a whole civilization was chosen with the oracle. So this is traditional for us to ask what would be the message for all of us to receive in this day from Pachamama.
Ooh.
mm,
Imainang kanay ko, imainang kausanay ko, imang mensaje. Um, the message is we need to look after our children, we need to look after our young people. The message says they're vulnerable and they need guidance, they need support in these times that are very difficult for them. And we need to take better care of our physical bodies. That is the message of the oracle for everybody.
wow. Good advice. Thank you, Oracle.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we're going to light up the sacred fire. And with this sacred fire, we're activating strong vitality in everybody for all of our global family, global community, for them to be in good health, for them to be always um, in their light, in their brightness. And as the sacred fire is lighting up, also for this unconditional love to be activated throughout the planet. We we know love, we've experienced love, but we are yet to experience unconditional love. And this is the powerful medicine of these new times. So when we light up the fire, we're always asking for this unconditional love to be activated in our hearts, for us to love ourselves unconditionally first, and then love our family and our community also without any limitations, without any conditions, without any blockages, without any judgments. Now that our sacred fire is very strong, I'm going to be sending these powerful blessings to all the sacred four directions with the prayers of our ancestors, with the blessings of all of our elders here in this community of Chinchero, who are wishing our global family and our global community Happy New Year, Happy Solstice, Happy New Life, Happy New Times. Samin chay galpan chay tuyun chay yawar chay. Thank you so much, my wonderful family. Happy solstice.
Happy solstice. Thank you
Thank you
so much.
so much. Oh, wow. So beautiful. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us also. And please stay connected to us. If anybody out there is listening and wants to support Puma and his activities, you can donate at globalgiving.com. Just search for Three Generations, which is who we are, and you'll find our Puma support page. Also, if you want to join our community, please do. We're a community of activists. Just log into threegenerations.org, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, watch our movies, and have a wonderful new year. Peace.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Beth. Infinite gratitude.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. See you soon.
Gracias, mami.